Welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are back from the off day, though we are going to have some lineup changes to get some guys a break coming off of that off day. We subbed out the Squirrels last time, so we'll get the non-Squirrels this time. Alright, I think that's everybody. Let's see how we want to rearrange the lineup here now. Thinking something like that. Not that Phil's a particularly good leadoff man, but he was the leadoff man our whole first season, and we won the World Series that year, so it can't go too badly, right? Back yet another day game here at Panpaca Park. We're hosting the Diamondbacks today. And you see Gil starting things off on the mound today. And Orlando Hudson starting off for the Diamondbacks, as he did the whole series when we were down in Phoenix. First pitch over for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. Doesn't get Hudson to chase that fastball. But he does swing and a miss at a curveball. Strike three. You notice by the condition marks that Gil's apparently feeling pretty good about himself, so you would think this would turn into a good game. But we'll find out. Starts Caicedo out with 2 balls. And make that 3. 3-0 count. Does get that fastball over for a strike. Gets that sinker over for a strike to run the count full. And gets the call on that one too. Comes all the way back from 3-0 to get a strikeout. That'll bring Chad Tracy to the plate. He pops that one towards third. Gil's actually going to field that himself, and he does. So clean inning to start the game. We'll move to the bottom of the first. Looks like we'll deal with Voiles. Remember, we saw him down in Phoenix. He did well through the first time through the lineup, but then we started hitting him pretty good after that, and I think he ended up only going 5 or 4 and change, something like that. So Phil is going to lead off today's game, and he has an 0-2 count out the gate. That one too low. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Miyake now at the plate. He's in center field today. He looks at strike 1 on a curveball. That one in the dirt. Gets the call on that low fastball, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quentin now at the plate. Didn't really realize that. I had 3 of the bench guys right off the bat. Two and 0 the count here on Quentin. He looks at strike 1. I guess I should mention Quentin batting left-handed at the moment. He puts that one right to the shortstop. Stephen Drew grabs it, and that will end the first inning. Clean on both sides. We'll move to the second inning. Luke Scott will lead things off for Arizona. Gill starts off with a curveball, and that is in there for a strike. As is that slider, 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chris Jackson now at the plate. He looks at strike 1. That one too far inside. Backdoor curveball makes it 1-2. Doesn't get the call on the high fastball. That one hit towards third, just foul. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring Stephen Drew up to the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs. Fastball right down the middle. And that sinker over for strike 2. Gets the call on that outside fastball. Drew doesn't like the call, but it is strike 3. We'll move to the bottom of the second. Terry will lead things off for the Squirrels. And he looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss on a curveball. He's going to put that one into the outfield for a hit. Caicedo will field it before it can really get into the gap. So Terry limited to a single, but still a leadoff hit for the Squirrels. Frank apparently feeling very good this game. Will come up to the plate with nobody out and a runner on first. And now has a 1-1 count. And he smacks that through the hole on the right side. Terry's going to stop at second. So still nobody out. 2 runners on. Sweeney at the plate. He looks at strike 1. Swings and misses at a fastball right down meridian. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Clutch Martinez up at the plate now. And he comes through. Terry is going to try to score. Here comes the throw from Hudson, and it is not in time. Squirrels take the 1-0 lead. Like I said, Martinez not a good hitter, but he seems to come up big in the clutch. That'll bring Joey to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Has a 1-1 count. Swings and misses 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So here's Gill, still only in the second inning with his first at-bat. Grounds that one foul. Pops that one behind third base. Tracy into foul ground, and he makes the catch. So that'll end the second inning, but not before the Squirrels can get on the board. Diamondbacks 0, Squirrels 1. Snyder will lead things off for Arizona here in the third. Backdoor slider for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And swing and miss on a curveball, strike 3. Justin Upton now at the plate. And that one too low. That one too high. And that sinker just right. 2-1 the count. Backdoor slider again for strike 2. Grounds that one to first. Terry picks it up and steps on the bag for out number 2. That'll bring Voiles to the plate. And he looks at strike 1. Voiles lines that to Joey, and that will end the top of the third. So through the first 9 batters, Gill has 6 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Here in the bottom of the third, we're back to the top of the order with Phil. He swings and misses at strike 1. Swings and misses at strike 2. Grounds that one to second. Hudson deals with that easily for out number 1. Miyake at the plate now. I'm pretty sure he struck out his first time up. And he has an 0-2 count here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So apparently we're just not going to get production out of center field this year. Quinton comes to the plate, nobody on, 2 outs, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Puts that one into the air. Caicedo should deal with that easily, and does. We move into the 4th inning. Arizona 0, Indianapolis 1. And the top of the order, Orlando Hudson, will start off things here in the 4th. Fouls the first pitch away. Swings and misses at strike 2. Doesn't go chasing that one, and I don't think that's where Martinez wanted it either. Gets the call on that one, though. Strike 3. That'll bring Caicedo to the plate. He also struck out last time up. And he looks at strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. Puts that one into the air. It's in foul ground, but Sweeney able to run it down and make the play for out number 2. So Chad Tracy now to see if he can keep the inning alive. He looks at strike 1. That one too far inside. Gets the call on that fastball, 1-2. And gets the call on that one. That was iffy, but Gill got the call. Strike 3, and that does end the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Terry will be leading things off for Indianapolis. Still 1-0 Indy. Terry singled and scored his last time up. Has an 0-2 count at the moment. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring Frank to the plate. He also singled last time up, though we weren't able to get him around to score. He has an 0-2 count. And he swings and misses, strike 3. That'll bring up Sweeney. So he did not single last time up. He struck out. Has a 1-1 count. He is going to put that one into center field for a hit. And that'll bring Martinez to the plate. He drove in apparently his first RBI of the year last time up. Not sure how many opportunities he's really had this year. But he came through last time and has an 0-2 count here and looks at strike 3 right down the middle. Don't know what he was looking for, but it's the end of the 4th. We move to the 5th inning. Luke Scott will be leading things off for the Diamondbacks. And that first sinker into the dirt. That one grounded to short. Joey picks it up and gets it over for the out. That'll bring Chris Jackson to the plate. He looks at strike 1. Grounder. Oh, Gill fielded that himself. I thought that was going to have to be Phil, but Gill does it himself, and that'll bring up Stephen Drew. Nobody on 2 outs. I about said that backwards. One and one count on Stephen Drew. He swings and misses, 1-2. Puts that one behind third. just in foul ground. Sweeney runs it down and snags it pretty easily. Still clean halfway through the game. Joey will lead things off with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. And he's going to put that one into right field for a base hit. He's cooled way off from where he started the year, but still pretty solid. Gill is showing bunt. He pulls it back and does take a ball. Gets that bunt down, and it does stay fair. Pretty good bunt, actually, but Tracy is able to at least get the out. So sacrifice bunt for Gill. Moves Joey into second base. 1 out. Phil at the plate. Looks at ball 1. Fouls that one away. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Grounds that foul. Still 1-2. And swings and misses. Strike 3. Miyake at the plate now to see if we can extend our lead. That one right to Chris Jackson at first. He picks it up and steps on the bag to end the inning. We'll move into the 6th inning. Bottom of the order coming up for the Diamondbacks. Still 1-0 Indianapolis. Chris Snyder at the plate to lead things off for the Diamondbacks. And he looks at a curveball for strike 1. Pops that one up right at home plate. Martinez grabs it to retire the first batter. That'll bring Justin Upton to the plate. Swing and a miss. He's got an 0-2 count. Gets the call on that fastball. Strike 3. That'll bring the pitcher Voiles to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. He looks at strike 1. Grounds that one foul. 0-2. Gill winds and delivers. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. I think that put Gill up to 10 strikeouts for the game out of the first 6 innings. Not too shabby. So still 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Quentin will lead things off for the Squirrels. And he looks at strike 1. One and 1 the count after that high pitch. Curveball also up in the zone, but he gets the call on that one. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll bring Terry to the plate. Nobody on, 1 out. And he gets strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Doesn't go chasing that pitch in the dirt. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Voiles is having a very good day today. Only giving up the 1 run, but it's looking like that may be enough. And as soon as I say that, Frank takes one deep off the scoreboard to dead center. His 3rd home run of the year, a 439-foot blast to dead center that goes off the scoreboard. I'm not sure if they stopped measuring when it hit the scoreboard or if that's the estimated total distance. But you'll see here, bam. Maybe he was just short of the scoreboard. Either way, it was quite a blast to make it 2-0. And that'll bring Sweeney to the plate. He looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And grounded right to second base. And that will end the 6th inning, but not before Frank can add another run. Arizona 0, Indianapolis 2. And Gill will stay out there until something happens, basically. Gets Hudson to swing and miss at a curveball to open this at-bat. That one grounded right to shortstop. Joey picks it up and throws it over. That'll bring Caicedo to the plate. He gets a call on a slider. We'll say Gil's had some favorable calls this game. If he's able to pull this off, I think we can look at a few pitches that were kind of iffy. But Caicedo goes down swinging. That'll bring Chad Tracy to the plate. He swings and misses. That curveball too far outside. Throws another curve, and Tracy again comes up empty, 1-2. Grounds that one to second. Phil picks it up, gets it over, and that's the end of the top of the 7th. It's stretch time in Indianapolis, still 2-0 Squirrels. All right, in the bottom of the 7th, Martinez will lead things off. Voil's also staying in the game, and honestly, no problem with that. We scratched out 1 run and 1 home run. That's all he's really given up today. Martinez grounds out. That brings up Joey, and he looks at strike 1. Doesn't go chasing that fastball. 1-1. Make it 2-1. Voil's working up in the zone and not getting the call. Brings that one down, but apparently too far inside. 3-1. That one over the plate. Count is full. And he walks Joey. 1 out walk. That'll bring Gil to the plate, and yes, he is going to hit for himself. He looks at strike 1. I wondered if he would show bunt, but not so far. Has an 0-2 count now, swing and a miss. And he looks at strike 3. That's fine, that's not what he's here for. Phil has not gotten on base today. He looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And he's actually going to get that one in for a hit. Into shallow right. So that'll put runners in first and second. Miyake will come to the plate. He also hitless today, though his average is at .231, which, I mean, not great, is also respectable. Grounds this one to first base, and Jackson picks it up and takes care of it himself. We move on to the 8th inning. Luke Scott will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. It actually looks like we're going to go with a pinch hitter here. Freddie Sanchez. For some reason, the Diamondbacks just love Freddie Sanchez. And, I mean, he was a fine player, but I don't know why Arizona always seems to find a spot for him. Even had him catching last year for some reason. And Sanchez puts an end to the perfect game. I probably should bring in Hermida, but I'll let Gil try to get out of this inning. Chris Burke comes in to pinch hit, and he fouls out in the first pitch. And we just keep the bench coming here. Oh, now we're pinch running for Brian Bixler, who's actually slower than Freddie Sanchez. I don't know why we made that decision. Oh, we. Diamondbacks did that, not me. 1-1 the count. He looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chris Snyder comes to the plate. He looks at strike 1. That one a bit up and out, 1-1. Pops that one up behind home plate. Martinez again goes back and puts it away. for the last out of the 8th. Still 2-0 Indianapolis. The Diamondbacks finally have a hit. And Quinton is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Golf is going to come into the game to play first. And I think Bixler moved out to the outfield for wherever Chris Burke was supposed to go. I think is how I saw that work out. Quinton grounds that one up the middle. It does get through for a single. I thought Drew might come up with that one, but it was just out of his reach. That'll bring Terry to the plate. He singled his first time up and has struck out twice since. Has a 1-1 count at the moment. Pops that one up in foul ground. And Snyder makes it. So 1 down now. Frank now at the plate. He looks at ball 1. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss. That one almost gets away. 2-2 the count. Frank, that one's not going to quite make the scoreboard. Snyder takes care of that one right in front of the plate. 2 down now. Sweeney at the plate. He has singled once today. Pulls that one too far left. This one is not going to get past O-Dog. Off the bat, I thought it might get through the middle, but it did not. I probably should bring Shibuya in here to get the save. We're going to the 9th inning, but I'm going to let Gil try to get this complete game. Justin Upton is going to lead off for the Diamondbacks. He looks at strike 1. Looks at ball 1. That slider too far inside. Grounds out to third. Sweeney grabs it and gets it over. Sweeney also has a very strong arm. Just a very good all-around player. He would start anywhere else. Denham's going to come in to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. Which you kind of have to here in the 9th. If you're not going to pinch hit here, when will you? He looks at strike 1. Grounds that one towards first, but it does get foul. 0-2 the count. Grounds that one towards third. Gil actually feels it himself, and he does get the throw over there for out number 1. Good athleticism there from Gil. O-Dog up now with 2 outs to try to keep the game alive. Gil's still out there firing. He's probably going to miss his next start because of this. He's our lowest stamina pitcher, but I think he can get this complete game. Has a 2-1 count at the moment, though. That one grounded towards second. Phil picks it up, and that is your ball game. Complete game shutout for Gil. Your final score, Arizona Diamondbacks 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. We'll look at a few highlights here. That was Terry's single that ended up scoring on what I'm sure is going to be the next highlight. Yep. We'll get another look at Frank's home run, which maybe didn't quite go off the scoreboard like I thought, but he still definitely put a big charge into that one. All right. And Gil, a player of the game, and Martinez for driving in the first run, so no argument for either one of those, although Gil may be a little more deserving. So thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll be back at it again, regular lineup tomorrow against the Diamondbacks. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, well, feel free, and otherwise, we'll see you all tomorrow.